Good morning, Debbie.
Nancy, perfect timing. We've got a couple target storms ready to go critical. We need to get out in the field now. You'll drive. Scott and I are going to be tracking the storm. Okay? Ready?
Yes, let's go.
We have to take this one for this.
We've got 2, maybe 3 possible targets out there.
All right, good. That's what I like to hear. Tell me what we're looking at.
Got word that the northmost cell is already throwing some pretty sizable hail. We might be a little late on that one.
All right, that's not the system I'm excited about anyway.
Didn't think so. We go west. It's a longer drive, but there's some good movement, high amount of shear.
Perfect.
From what I've been hearing, Brooks'
have to
team
go
has
to
been
this
saying they already got 6 confirmed touchdowns and 2 good reads on supercells that didn't spawn funnels.
She's a number in Florida if there ever was one. 6 people confirming 1 storm cloud is not 6 confirmations. We really could use a nice data set on a non-tornadic supercell.
Maybe she'll share what she's got.
Now that's an idea. Why didn't I think of that? Brooke, it'd be really cool if you'd share your data. I mean, really, it's just the polite thing to do. All right, stay sharp. This system is starting to look really good.
Should I drive into one of the pull-offs for tracking a storm?
Yes.
It's your lucky day, Nancy. Since I don't feel like wrestling with the prehistoric Doppler unit, you're going to do it for me.
Great.
Since Canu could care less about providing working equipment, we're stuck with this garbage. You're going to have to take care warming it up since it's about twice your age. You're going to have to flip 3 switches, 1 in each group, to get it started. All the lights need to be set to blue before it starts working properly. Remember, the lights won't turn until you activate them.
This puzzle is pretty dumb. I shouldn't say it's dumb. It's just very, like, overly simple because you just click 3 in each group and then click the green button. And then once they're all blue, you're good to go. It's like kind of overly simple, but then
There it goes again! Shoot! We
you
gotta
can
get this back up and running
confusing-
quickly.
I don't know.
If those cables get mixed up, it will be days before I can get them resorted. Make sure you keep those cables in order. Don't forget, the top cable goes in the first plug, and the bottom goes in the last plug.
Yeah, so this puzzle's actually, well, I think it's pretty fun, and it's the only one in all the Nancy Drew games like this. Basically, it's like pick up sticks, which I used to play a lot as a kid, so maybe that's why I think this is fun. But,
Make sure you're keeping those cables in order. Try working from the top down.
yeah, so working from the top down. Okay, so blue, and then next is yellow, this yellow color. And then, looks like this lime green color. And then orange.
How are things coming on that Doppler?
Light blue. Then this color, I think. Then pink.
Make sure you're keeping those cables in order. Try working from the top down.
It could be purple. This purple. And then dark purple, I think. Dark purple. Yeah. And then green is at the very bottom. I'm just going to go ahead and put that at the bottom.
How are things coming on that Doppler?
Then I think it's... Wait, where's this color? Yeah, then it's this one. Then this. Then this.
How are things coming on that Doppler?
Ah! I missed these two.
How are things coming on that Doppler?
Nice job, Nancy. Looks like we're ready to roll. Actually, it looks like we're out a bit early here. Nothing's developing like it should be. Let's get back to base and track from there. I don't want to follow a bum lead on a system with this much potential.
Lame. All that work for nothing.
Nancy, have you seen Scott?
Not since we got back.
There's a huge front coming in and he's nowhere to be seen. This is not like Scott. If you see him around, will you let me know? Chase and Frosty and I are supposed to be leaving for the Grange soon, and I really need to know that someone is keeping an eye on these fronts.
Scott's gone. That means we can go back into his office and snoop. And there's a piece of paper sticking out of this drawer. So, we will use the key that we got earlier when we were fixing the sensor, or not the sensors, the antennas. And we open this up.
Brooke's been paying Scott off?
Scott, you fulfilled your end of the bargain. My team is bound to win now. Let's meet at the agreed upon location this afternoon before the storm hits. I'll bring your payment. Don't forget, the final terms are you disappear until my team has officially been named the winner. Brooke. Location site. Review surface charts. 45 plus dew point and continuous moderate rain. 85 degrees plus with either light hail, no thunder, or severe thunderstorm with hail. Find dates. Okay, yeah, I feel like we can read this too. Dear Professor Varnell, the College Tenure Committee has completed their review of your case and forwarded their findings. It is my regret to inform you that you will not be awarded tenure or promoted to rank of full professor this year. Yikes. Yeah, so Scott has been kind of terrible. Okay, so if you look at the calendar, now Nancy's pulling up this piece of paper. So this is our next puzzle. We're supposed to find
What's up?
Thanks for all the advice.
Take care.
Sorry, we're supposed to find the days in which there is what was it, 85 plus degrees and the dew point is over 45 and continuous moderate rain. So weather, we need to know what these symbols mean, which is where this comes in. Okay, so what is continuous moderate rain? Moderate rain continuous is the 3 dots. And then also said severe thunderstorm with hail. Is this symbol. And then also light hail, no thunder. So we're looking for 45 plus dew point with this symbol. We need to write down all the dates with that. And then we need to write down all the dates with 85 degrees plus with either this symbol or this symbol. So we go back to the surface charts and 45 plus dew point with this symbol. Okay, so we need to write down March 8th. But also we need to write down March 3rd because that has this symbol and the degrees is at least 85. So March 3rd, March 8th, over 45 dew point with this symbol, so March 21st. And okay, sorry, I missed this one too. March 18th because 85 degrees and this symbol. So for March, it's March 3rd, March 8th, March 18th, and March 21st. Okay, April 3rd, because above 45 with this symbol. April 6th, because above 85 with this symbol. April 10th, because it's above 45 dew point with that symbol. And April 23rd, because it's above 85 degrees, and it has the light hail symbol. Oh, and there's another one, April 29th, because that's above 45 dew point with this symbol. And then May 6th is above 85 degrees with the severe thunderstorm symbol. May 12th is also above 85 degrees with the light hail symbol. So those are our dates. We end up with 12 dates to write down. And then we go back up to Scott's office and go look at his calendar. We'll start with March. So March 3rd is a W. So we write down W. March 8th is M. Why is it? March 18th is A. March 21st is 9. Wait. Yeah. No. 9. A. WM9A. And then March 26th. March 26th is a G. March 26th is G. April 3rd, V. Then 2, then C. For April 10th, April 23rd is S. April 29th is H. And then 2 in May. For May 6th is 4, and May 12th is A. So WM9A, GV2C, and SH4A. Once you have that, then you go back downstairs to the pictures. And we're looking for pictures that have that string of letters. So, first
These
one
symbols
is
match Scott's. This must be some sort of code.
SH4A, and then GV,
So does this one.
GV2C, and the last one is WN9A.
These are all of the windmill. That must be where Scott's been meeting Brooke.
Yes, so let's go catch him at the windmill.
What's going on? I thought you were supposed to be at the theater right now.
Change in plans. Scott's gone, and we've got a major storm front moving in.
Okay.
He left in the truck. He's got all of our equipment, and he's not answering his phone.
That makes sense.
It does?
Yes, I found a note in Scott's office. He's been meeting with Brooke, and she's been paying him off to sabotage the team. That's where he is right now.
What? No. Wait! I'm gonna have to deal with that later. It doesn't matter right now. What's important now is that we keep on top of this storm. With the way conditions are developing, this front could produce the strongest weather we've seen this season, or ever. And I still don't know where it's headed. Today is quickly approaching nightmare status. I think I might be able to track the storm using our old methods, but this would be so much easier if we had our equipment up and working.
You need the equipment? Consider it done.
Wait, Nancy, that's not what I meant!
You work on tracking the storm, and I'll work on tracking down Scott and the equipment.
Nancy, hang on! At least make sure you stay in radio contact. And if things start to get bad out there, I want you to promise me you'll head to his shelter immediately.
I promise.
Okay, so we need to go to the windmill. And catch Scott.
Nancy, what are you doing here?
You mean me, as opposed to Brooke?
Brooke? What are you talking about?
When I was fixing the phone jack, I accidentally overheard the phone conversation you two had. I could hear it through the headset on your desk.
And just what do you think you overheard?
Enough to know you two are working together. You've been sabotaging your own team, haven't you? You've been doing everything you can to make sure Brooke's team wins and yours loses.
That's ridiculous.
That's why you're meeting her way out here, so the people who've been looking up to you all this time couldn't see her paying you off.
I have never gotten the credit I deserve for the work I've done, ever! I know more about tornadoes than any person alive, and I get neither the respect nor the compensation people half as brilliant as me get without lifting a finger. Why? Because I work for a podunk college run by podunk incompetents bent on badmouthing and spiting me at every turn just because I don't play well with others at their idiotic staff meetings.
Why don't you just quit?
Because thanks to them, I'm considered impossible to work with. No other school will hire me. I'm stuck here and they know it. So yes, I've been sabotaging my own team. And yes, Brooke is paying me a small fortune to do so, because I've had it. I'm through! The tornado's forming. I can feel it. It'll be on the ground in minutes, and it's going to be huge. And here you are, a novice out in the field and all alone.
Nancy, this is Debbie. Over.
I'm here. I think Scott knocked me out.
He did what?
When I confronted him about selling the team out to Brooke, he went berserk.
I can't believe he would do that, and with Brooke Tavenaugh of all people. Well, we'll deal with that later. Right now, I need you down here at the Grange ASAP. We need to evacuate the theater, and you've got my Grange keys with you in Frosty's car.
I'm on my way. Over and out.
Okay, the Grange is all the way to the left. Side of the map. Not there. Oh, I have to go up.
It's been chaos here. I was able to cobble together a pretty basic tracking system back at the homestead, and instantly I knew we were in trouble. The storm was showing a high potential of moving into town, but without the proper readings, we couldn't issue an alert. I knew we'd have to evacuate the Grange in person. But when we got here, we saw that it's locked. The shelter is locked on a performance night. I need you to take care of this while the rest of us work on a backup plan, okay? I'm trusting you here. I know you can do this. There are a lot of people depending on you right now. What is this now? Who would double lock a storm shelter? Nancy, quick, which key opens the shelter?
Okay, so you're supposed to match this with these keys.
Hurry up, Nancy, I know you—
Oh no, I failed. You can only try 3 keys before in-game. Or fatal error.
What is this now? Who would double lock a storm shelter? Nancy, quick, which key opens the shelter?
This one,
Yes,
yeah.
you did it! Nice job, Nancy.
I think the worst is past.
Nancy, where are you going? Get in the shelter!
I can't just let Scott get away.
Okay, Nancy, first thing, switch on your GPS. That little dot you see, follow that and it will lead you right to Scott. We put a tracker on his truck. It's a safety thing. But Nancy, be careful out there. Keep this radio on and I'll do my best to keep you safe. Nancy, I'm really sorry about everything that happened back there. Scott, he wasn't always like this. I was worried about him earlier. His heart clearly wasn't in it anymore. He was putting us in danger. I just wanted to do what's best.
That's not what it sounded like when I overheard you talking to Frosty. You two wanted to get rid of Scott, and from where I was standing, you sure didn't sound very concerned about safety.
Nancy, I know it probably sounded bad, but there's a lot you don't know. Pete, the intern you took over for, his injury wasn't just an accident. He got hurt because Scott sent him out where he never should have been. After that, I knew I had to take over.
That's still no...
Looking back, I do things differently. But I did what I did for the right reason. I wanted to push Scott until the world saw how reckless he was being. It was a mistake. I screwed up and I accept responsibility. No matter what happens out there, promise me that you'll be careful.
I promise.
So it sounds like Scott and Debbie were both kind of sabotaging things. I don't know. Ah, there he is. Okay. So we're chasing Scott. With the tornado going on. And I lost him. I super lost him. Okay. Where is he? Follow the arrow. Oh my gosh, where am I going? How is his big truck so much faster than me?
Scott! I better find us some shelter. I wonder if there's a way to get into the spring house. Made it! Dear Ned, once the theater was successfully evacuated, Debbie and Chase were able to follow the GPS tracking signal to the spring house, where Scott and I had safely weathered the storm. Although he was pretty seriously shaken up in the crash, Scott came to in time to see Frosty arrive with the police. He received community service for destruction of public property and interfering with public safety records. He didn't fare so well with the college. They fired him quicker than lightning hitting a bee-stung greyhound, as they say around here. So it looks like he'll actually be serving the community now, instead of just pretending to, even if it's just by picking up garbage by the side of the road. Word spread quickly about Scott's misdeeds, and soon Brooke Tavenaugh, the rival Chase team leader, found herself out of a job as well. With the storm season almost over, it looked like both teams were out of the competition. Debbie, always the organizer, decided to combine the remaining members on both teams for the remainder of the season. Without Scott's ever-present storm cloud hanging over the team and his constant sabotaging, the team really began to hit its stride with Debbie in charge. 2 days after I told Krollmeister I had found the source of the sabotage and the change in team leaders, Debbie's Chase team was greeted by a surprise delivery, the next generation of Krollmeister's storm tracking and detection equipment. With Scott out of the picture, Frosty renegotiated his contract. Now that he's able to pursue his own projects on the side, he's just about doubled his output. He's launched his own business, and when he's not getting pelted by softball-sized hail, you'll find him in his studio. Chase has given up on his dreams of finding oil. Even if he hadn't, he wouldn't have the time to look. Debbie's keeping him too busy. Free from having to spend his days fixing Scott's mistakes, Chase has finally had the opportunity to show off his keen sense for weather. Now that Debbie has accepted Scott's old position as head of the Canute Storm Team, he's become her right-hand man. Last I heard, he was going to assist Debbie in her classes in the fall. And when I got home, I found a surprise delivery myself as well. The first shipment of my lifetime supply of Cocoa Kringle bars. Krollmeister also sent me a note telling me to keep my bags packed. He has a special surprise trip planned for me as a way to say thanks. As long as it's someplace where the clouds stay in the sky like they belong, I'll be happy to go. While the winners of the Green Skies event won't be determined until fall, things are looking pretty good for Debbie's team. With the new equipment, they've logged the most storm data. And although Debbie won't be showing anyone until she's 100% sure, the team may have made a verified touchdown prediction. Yesterday, a postcard from Pa arrived. After the town repaired the storm damage to the Grange, they restaged the town play. They even added a new part about the storm, including a scene where a certain someone unlocks the storm shelter. As long as it wasn't played by Pa in a wig, I'm happy. Pa says that he remembered most of his lines this time, at least the important ones. As for me, well, I've had just about enough stormy weather for one season. Love, Nancy.
I don't know. Bison? Okay, well, I did get Easter egg, glass half full, homesteader, sightseer, storm spotter for tracking down all the clouds. I'm surprised I didn't get super sleuth. Must have missed something. Sweet tooth, trivia tamer, quiz whiz, couch potato, candy dispenser.
After risking my life chasing down deadly twisters, I think it's time for a change of pace. I've decided to join Bess and George on their trip to Kyoto, Japan. I've always wanted to visit Japan, from the exotic food and wild fashion in the cities to the nature and tradition in the smaller towns. I know there's going to be a ton to see and do. As a thank you for all of my hard detective work, PG Crowmeister has reserved a room for me at one of the area's best ryokans, or traditional inns. It'll be nice to finally take a break from solving mysteries and to spend a few weeks without danger and dark secrets hiding around every corner. I've already heard that the ryokan I'm staying in has quite a reputation. I'm not sure exactly for what, though. Well, I'll find that out soon enough. Join me in my next adventure, Shadow at the Water's Edge.
Shadow at the Water's Edge. Hands down, the scariest game, in my opinion. Oh my gosh. The first time I played that game, my heart was pounding the entire time. So I'm really excited to do that one next. Well, actually, no, I'm not doing that one next. Next, I'm gonna do Secrets Can Kill Remastered, which is the first game that Her Interactive made, but the Her Interactive team remastered it in between these two. So I'll do that one next, and then Shadow at the Water's Edge. But yeah, that one's pretty fun too. It'll probably be fairly quick compared to some of the other games, just because it is, they didn't necessarily add much to the plot. They just kind of reamped it using the technology that they have now, or at the time. Anyway, so that one will probably be fairly short. And then Shadow at Water's Edge will be very long. That one has one of the longest gameplays of all the games. So, excited about that. But yeah, that was Trail of a Twister. Lots of puzzles. Some that I don't like, some that I do like. And I do like this game. The plot is good. I like that it's like Scott is the villain. That whole end scene is really cool. So, very fun. And now some of my favorite bonus content out of all the games. I feel like this game, for whatever reason, they had really good in-scene credits.
Action!
Here you go, little guys. Good luck in your new home. How many of you are there? Okay, this is getting ridiculous. This is Elsie's first time as a driver on the Oklahoma circuit, but already she's showing herself to be a talented driver and fierce competitor on the track. It's rare to see a young cow driver with this much confidence, especially on such a difficult terrain. Excellent handling around the turns. Uh-oh, this could be trouble. And she handles it like a pro. Excellent performance today. Only one question remains. How did she get a car in the first place?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.